Hi, family, welcome. Today, I just wanted to share the lesson I learned from God today, the lesson that God taught me. And I was sitting with some lady, and we were talking about general things. And in the midst of all the general things that we're talking about, she started listing all the things that she wanted in her life, and they just not seem to be getting there. Then I realized that everything that this lady has was once a prayer point of mine, and now I live in this thing. I think one of the things we spoke about was how did my kids get into a certain school in our area, because a lot of parents apply but none of the that the children don't get into the school. And I remember praying so hard for my kids to go into that school, and I asked the Lord. And initially my kids had not been accepted into the school, and it was taking long. The the selection process had already passed, I think 6 months or so before they called us for an interview. But nonetheless, this lady asked me, how did your child manage to get? Because she said to me, I have all the money. I make enough money for my kids to be there. I think we come from a solid household. Everything that she listed was everything that I had. And then the Holy Spirit just dropped it in my spirit that, you see, some things are, we have them because of the grace of God, and because God has afforded us certain things. And just because we have them, we must not forget that it is a prayer point for the next person. The life that you're living, the food you're eating, the car you're driving, the house you live in, even the house you're renting, it is someone's dream, someone's prayer to say, Lord, if I can get to a certain position to be able to afford the rent at that place or the bond at that house. So family, today God really um taught me that everything we have is by the grace of God. Like sometimes we think just because we have a certain amount of money, or we have certain just because we have certain privileges in God, we seem to forget that some people are looking at our lives and they're praying that one day they get to where we're at, while we are being ungrateful for where we are at, or even having forgotten that this was once a prayer point in my life. So when you go about your day, when you go about taking care of your household, taking your kids to school, and having kids, having a home, eating every day, you remember that it is by grace that we have been afforded the things that we have. It is not by might, not by power, not by the amount of money in our bank accounts, or by our intelligence or our hard work, because there are people working harder than you. There are people richer than you. There are people who have more kids than you, yet they don't have the privileges that you get to enjoy. So family, let us be grateful today that God has given us, has answered the prayers that some of us, we didn't even need to pray, but we have certain things that other people are praying daily for. So I hope you are blessed, that you will begin to see the things you have, even if your kids irritate you, or your colleagues, they work on your nerves. I hope that you get to appreciate that. Lord, I thank you that I have colleagues to knock heads with. I thank you that I have a job. I thank you that I can wake up in the morning and drive my car and give my kids breakfast. Those things, they are other people's prayer points. So thank God for them. So that's the lesson for today. Family, I hope you are blessed. Bye.